You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just making big promises, he means business and usually has the focus and work ethic to back it up. This is someone who pushes himself hard and rarely sits still, always chasing improvement and bigger challenges. Overall, he does go far, but he also leaves a mark, both good and bad, as he moves forward.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he doesn't crumble, but he's not calm about it either. He tends to react strongly. He might shout, get irritated, or withdraw into his shell for a while. However, after the storm passes, he refocuses and throws himself back into solving the problem.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will definitely respect his talent and drive, but liking him is a bit more complicated. He often pushes hard and demands a lot, not just from himself, but from everyone around him. While some will admire and follow his energy, others might keep their distance or even clash with him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will respect your achievements, but he might have mixed feelings deep down. On the outside, he could say he's proud of you, and sometimes he truly is. He isn't likely to sabotage you, but don't expect warm and cheerful support every time.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's likely to struggle with this even if he doesn't say it out loud. Deep down, he ties a lot of his worth to success and being seen as the one on top. He won't always talk about it directly, but you might feel a shift in how he treats you.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and likes to plan things out. You probably won't catch him making random or careless purchases just because he feels like it. He keeps a close watch on his finances and prefers things to be organized and in order.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't put on a show just to impress others. He likes things to be neat and proper, and that includes his money life. He won't buy flashy things just to look good or copy someone else. You'll find him focused on real achievements, not empty show offs.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind and does care about people, but when it comes to money, he is more on the strict side. You will see him helping others or showing concern, but he's not the sort to give freely without thinking. He's particular about where his money and energy go, so don't expect him to be generous all the time.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He prefers to be clear and upfront about money matters, though he does like things to be done his way. If you ask him about spending or savings, he'll usually give you a straight answer because staying organized matters to him. Honest, yes, but also expects you to follow the rules he believes in.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be everyone's responsibility, not just yours. He has high standards for how things should be done and wants the home to run smoothly, so he will expect both of you to pitch in and keep things tidy and organized. However, he might be a bit demanding about how tasks are done and could get upset if things aren't up to his expectations.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will jump in and do the work himself instead of just standing by and directing you. He likes things to be done properly, so he won't be happy just watching from the side. He'll roll up his sleeves, whether it's cleaning up or changing diapers. He wants the home to run well, and he knows that means hands on effort from everyone, including himself.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he'll start by arguing his point and wanting to prove that he's right. He's strong willed and quick to defend himself, especially if he feels criticized or challenged. It might take him a while to calm down and really listen to your side.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose his cool and may say things that sting or act in a way that feels harsh. His temper can flare up quickly. And in those moments, he might raise his voice, snap, or use words that hurt your feelings. Afterward, he may regret his actions, but the moment itself can be tough to handle.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry quickly. He reacts fast and strong, especially if things don't go his way or he feels let down. This quick temper is not a small issue. It can bring a lot of stress and create an uneasy home environment. Your peace of mind and feeling of safety matter, so don't push your own feelings aside.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry right away or admit when he's wrong. Often, his first reaction is to defend himself or even blame you for the problem. He might bring up things you did or try to explain why he's not at fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He can be strong willed and sometimes pushes hard for what he wants. But if you make your boundaries very clear and firm, he will usually pull back, though not always without arguing first. He might try to persuade you or question your decisions, but he isn't likely to completely ignore a direct no. However, expect him to test the limits or try to get his way before finally listening. Your boundaries may need extra defending with him, so stay clear and firm.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He can quickly feel rejected or think it's a comment on him, which may lead to sulking, sharp words, or distance for a while. Over time, this can become tiring if you feel pressured to always explain yourself or comfort him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
He usually keeps private moments private, but if he feels deeply hurt or angry, there's a chance he might bring things up to make a point during an argument. He isn't the type to share secrets with others or embarrass you in front of people, but in a heated fight, he could use something personal you shared to prove he's right or make you feel guilty. Trust him with your heart, but also be aware that arguments may bring out his tougher side.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the kind of man who takes commitment seriously and expects loyalty both ways. He puts a lot into his work and personal goals, so he isn't likely to go looking for attention elsewhere just out of boredom. He wants respect and trust in his relationship and usually gives the same in return.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He leans toward being controlling and may show jealousy, especially if he feels his place in your life is threatened. He likes things to go his way and wants to know what's happening, which can sometimes come across as always keeping tabs or asking a lot of questions. It's not always extreme, but you may feel watched or restricted if these feelings grow stronger.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like protective behavior often hides a need to control. He may say he's just watching out for you, but in reality, he wants things done his way and feels uneasy if he's not in charge. If his caring feels more like policing, it's a sign of a controlling personality, not healthy love.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and wants to be involved in raising the kids, not just leave everything to you. He likes routines and things done in an orderly way, so he'll step in, make plans, and set rules for the family. But he can be a bit bossy and may want things to go mostly his way, which can sometimes feel heavy for you if you don't agree with his methods.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. He wants things done a certain way and can quickly get frustrated if his rules are ignored or mistakes keep happening. In those moments, he might raise his voice, scold sharply, or show his anger openly.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your efforts as a mother and appreciate how much you do for the family. However, he may sometimes struggle to see and support your needs and dreams outside of home life, especially if they don't fit neatly with his plans or routines. He likes things to be organized and may expect you to put family first most of the time.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might cheer for your career at first, but then expect you to step back once a child arrives. He likes order and wants the family to run smoothly. And if he believes your job interferes with those plans or the kid's routine, he may start hinting or even insisting that you shift your focus away from work. At first, he may look supportive, but his priorities can change quickly, especially when he thinks the family needs more attention.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but may not go out of his way to show genuine warmth or affection. He believes in doing what's socially proper, so he will be courteous and respectful when they visit or call. He won't be rude, but you may always sense a little distance rather than wholehearted warmth. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to react strongly rather than stay calm. He doesn't have much patience for situations that upset his order or challenge his way of doing things. His bluntness may hurt feelings and make problems bigger than they need to be.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife when his relatives are around. At home, you might have good conversations and share ideas as equals, but in front of family, he values respect for customs and wants you to present yourself according to those expectations. This could mean dressing a certain way, speaking politely, or taking on specific roles during family gatherings.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his relatives, he is most likely to expect you to adjust first instead of immediately taking your side. While he wants peace at home, he also values his family's ways and may suggest you change your behavior or attitude to avoid conflict. You may feel like he's not fully on your side unless things get very serious.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's not a complete mummy's boy, but his loyalty to his mother and family traditions is strong. In a conflict with his mother, He will often try to stay neutral at first or encourage you to adjust and keep the peace rather than openly take your side. You may need patience and honest conversations to make sure you feel supported.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is someone who might share details of your fights or private issues with his mother or sister, especially if he's upset or wants advice. If he feels strongly about something, he may turn to his family for support or to vent rather than keep things just between you two. It's important to talk openly about what should stay private to protect your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being with this man is like living life on a carefully planned track where the train moves fast and there's little room for surprises. Every day you'll see his drive, his need for things to be just right, and his deep involvement in both work and family.